School of Management Studies, IGNOU presents an audiobook on the course Mmpc 006 Marketing Management for MBA program. Block 4 Sectoral Applications and Emerging Issues. Unit 15 Other Emerging Issues in Marketing. Part 1.
After completing this unit, you should be able to understand the unique characteristics and changing dynamics of services marketing, discuss the concept, benefits, and strategies of digital marketing, appreciate the evolution and relevance of rural marketing, understand the need and importance of green marketing, define customer relationship management, introduce the concept of online behavior advertising, and develop an understanding of new concepts like sensory marketing, online behavior advertising, direct to consumer, that is D2C, and consumer to consumer or C2C marketing. Introduction. Dear students, you will find that Unit 13 and Unit 14 are briefly touched upon once again in this unit. The rationale is to be in line with the title of the block and hence they are being discussed from a different perspective. We are familiar with the term technology in some form or the other, either by using a smartphone, riding a bike, driving a car, or maybe watching an action movie in a multiplex. In all these situations, we are knowingly or unknowingly being exposed to different kinds of technologies and their adoption, and as customers and end users, we are adapting these technologies to our convenience to satisfy the inherent needs and desires. Therefore, technology can include a highly sophisticated mother computer, artificial intelligence, a robot, or even simple tools like hammer and wheels. In a nutshell, technology is the application of scientific knowledge to achieve practical ends. Technology is centuries old in its existence, and with passage of time, it continues to advance in precision and sophistication and expanding into newer fields or sectors of an economy. Now let's look at the technological ecosystem of the 21st century, which is characterized by new age technological innovations and development, which has led to the dawn of the new economy. As with other components of economy and society, the marketing landscape too has evolved drastically during the last couple of decades. The marketing era that started during 1950s had placed the customer at the focal point and paved the way for the relationship marketing in the 1990s, where customer attraction and customer retention were the core objectives. Thus, the perspective and strategies so evolved led into the era of digital marketing in the early 2000s. Today's cutting-edge marketing combines the best of traditional as well as digital channels to market products and services. The rise in income and increased buying power of new emerging consumers, coupled with technological innovations, has replaced the old standardization in product and services and paved way to customization that was unheard in the past. Purchase process and experience too has drastically changed with the advent of online shopping, which has made buying and selling a 24 hours business with ease of on-door delivery. This 24/7 commerce has exponentially increased the direct interaction between the marketers and consumers. Loaded with the data of how consumers interact and behave online, marketers are able to customize their offering further, be it the most sought-after color or most preferred payment mode. New avenues of personalization are made possible only through behavioral targeting. This level of personalization, thoroughly enjoyed by consumers, also increases customers' privacy concerns. Technology has also affected the services sector in an unprecedented manner. With increased and easy availability of information, companies are now better placed to design more efficient marketing strategies across consumer and distribution channel. All these newer avenues bring forth numerous challenges as well. Sustainability and green concerns has also caught attention of marketers and consumers alike. In this unit, we shall discuss major emerging issues in marketing in the 21st century like digital marketing and green marketing, an overview of relationship marketing, and to understand the concept and importance of customer relationship management will also be talked. Some key insights will be discussed into the unique treatment that marketing of services require, the growing importance and dynamics of rural marketing, and its challenge is also being covered. We conclude the unit by sharing the latest of marketing trends like sensory marketing, C2C and D2C respectively. Changing landscape of services marketing. Let us first understand what comprises of service sector and why is it considered so important for any economy. The broad spectrum of activities covered under services sector include hospitality sector, banking and financial services, insurance, transport and communication, real estate, healthcare, community, social and personal services, etc. The services sector is one of the major contributors to countries' economic growth. It not only attracts substantial foreign investment and contributes significantly to export, but also provides huge employment avenues. Concept of services. According to Kotler, and I quote, "A service is any act or performance that one party can offer to another that is essentially intangible and does not result in the ownership of anything. Its production may or may not be tied to a physical product." Unquote. Service consumption is an inherent part of our daily lives. All of us avail a range of services every day on a routine basis, like using internet, talking on phone, using metro and cab services to reach our colleges and place of work, withdrawing money from ATM or banks, eating out at restaurants to ordering food online. This service consumption may range from routine low-involvement decision-making that does not require too much money or risk to high involvement that requires a lot of money and risk. For example, choosing a university for higher education, medical and healthcare services, banking and investment, planning a luxury cruise, etc. Differentiating services from physical goods. According to Theodore Levitt, and I quote, "There are no such things as service industries. There are only industries whose service components are greater or less than those of other industries. Everybody is in service." Unquote. If you recall, a product is anything that has a value for consumer and can fulfill his or her needs. This product can be in the form of a physical good, that is, FMCGs, electronic items, apparel, automobiles, etc., or in the form of intangible services like banking, tourism, academic and healthcare, etc. All the products are comprised of both the tangible and intangible elements. If we try to place these tangible and intangible elements at two extremes of goods and services continuum, we will observe that most of the goods and services do not fall on extreme ends but come as combination of both the elements that are distinct and discrete. Categories of service mix. Number 1. Pure tangible goods. The offering includes tangible goods which do not require any added service. For example, FMCGs like soap, toothpaste, confectionery items, etc. Number 2. Tangible goods with accompanying services. Offerings include tangible products accompanied by few services like installation, maintenance, and after-sales services. For example, automobiles, electronic gadgets, etc. Number 3. Hybrid. As the name suggests, in these offerings both the components, that is physical good as well as intangible service, are equally important. For example, restaurants, hotels, etc. Number 4. Major service with accompanying minor goods. Offering is predominantly intangible service which may be accompanied by some physical goods. For example, airline services. And number 5. Pure services. Primarily includes the service component without any associated tangible good. For example, consultancy, insurance, psychotherapy, etc. Marketing strategy for services, the extended marketing mix. The marketing mix of goods includes the 4 P's, namely product strategy, price strategy, promotion strategy, and place strategy. There are certain unique characteristics of services that require a separate treatment in terms of marketing strategy. These characteristics are: number 1, intangibility. Services do not have a physical form. You cannot see, taste, smell, or feel the services beforehand, and hence, it is difficult to sample and evaluate them. For example, how could you sample a hair transplant or a luxury cruise? Number 2, inseparability. Services are produced and consumed simultaneously, which means that the service provision and consumption happens simultaneously. It is also difficult to separate the service delivery from the service provider. Can you think of treatment without a doctor, a barber, plumber, construction worker, etc.? Number 3, perishability. Services do not have a shelf life. They cannot be saved or stored for later consumption. And number 4, variability. As human beings or personnel are inherent part of service delivery, and while performing a certain service, inconsistency is bound to occur, which is inherent in service provision. The service provision is also very specific to the customer who is being served. In the light of the mentioned unique characteristics of services, it was observed that the traditional marketing of 4 P's was inadequate. Hence, additional 3 P's were added to the mix, namely physical evidence, people, and process respectively. Physical evidence. This refers to evidence of service quality through the tangible cues like the ambient, design, and social elements at the service facility. Service quality is demonstrated through proper designing of place, people, equipment, communication material, symbols, etc. Most service providers try to include certain tangible elements into their service offering to augment customer experience. For example, when you visit a beauty parlor or a doctor's clinic, you will find well-designed waiting areas, often with stacks of magazines and luxurious sofas to read and relax while waiting. Similarly, restaurants also put in a lot of thought and money in designing their interiors to create a quality perception and memorable experience to their guests. People or personnel. Personnel are the inherent part of service delivery and the face of the company for the consumers. Think of any service, be it restaurant, bank, or even departmental stores. All of them are known not only for their tangible offerings but also the service provided by its staff. Personnel perform not only the operational but also marketing related roles. For example, you must have had an experience in beauty salon that the personnel not only provide you the requested service or the operational role but also tries to suggest different packages available. That is, marketing role of cross-selling. Process. It refers to methods and procedures used to deliver the service to the consumer. The process may include: number 1, service personnel coming to the consumer to provide service. For example, urban companies sending personnel to provide a variety of services like parlor services, mechanics, cleaners, drivers, painters, and a host of other similar service providers. Number 2, consumer going to the service facility to avail the service. For example, restaurants, medical services, tax consultants, etc. Number 3, services delivered through mediums like internet, telephone, for example, online banking, online stockbroking, online air and rail tickets, etc. Depending upon the nature, duration, and frequency of service encounters, the services can be further classified into 2 categories. Number 1, high contact services. These services involve personal visit of the customer to the service facility, active involvement with the service organization and its personnel during service delivery. Medical and hospital services, restaurant and hotel services fall under this category. Number 2, low contact services. These services require minimum physical contact between the customer and service providers. Service provider and the consumer communicate through mediums like mail, telephone, and internet, etc. Role of technology interventions on service delivery. With the advent and use of new technology, although the broad service category or need remains constant, the product form has altered. For example, traditional cinema halls are replaced by multiplexes, but they still fulfill the need for entertainment. Also, traditional banking services are being replaced by online banking, ATM, debit and credit cards, etc. Though there are cases where technology has drastically altered or a decline is observed in certain category of services, for example, internet surpassing traditional postal services, which was hitherto a high contact service delivery model. With the onset of technology and far-reaching impact of technology, interventions in general and information technology, that is IT-enabled services in particular, the whole platform and interface of service encounters and service delivery has undergone a sea change. Many of the service offerings which were categorized under high contact services like banking, commerce, retailing, restaurants, academics, that is teaching and learning process from KG to PG, etc., are now delivered through a low contact format. For example, online banking, ATMs, online shopping, online food delivery services, online education or learning, etc. This transition, along with the innumerable benefits, compels the marketers with newer challenges differentiation, process management to nurture and monitor on a continuous basis. Digital marketing. One of the many challenges faced by every business today is to catch the customer's attention. Marketing has assumed an even more critical role in not only attracting, engaging, but also retaining the customers. With the entry of large number of big and small players, the domestic as well as global markets are becoming saturated. This saturation has led the marketers into exploring and using newer platforms for reaching out to the customers. Internet has emerged as an efficient way to reach and attract a large number of tech-savvy consumer base. People usually get confused between marketing and digital marketing. So prior to moving ahead, let's get this confusion be cleared in the minds of the people. Digital marketing is not different from marketing. The principles and significance of marketing remains the same. Digital marketing is just one of the many different marketing mediums and platforms. Introduction to Digital Marketing. Digital marketing is a broad term that describes all the marketing activities to promote a given product or service using any form of digital channels and requires the use of an electronic device such as a smartphone, laptop, a PC, etc. It includes all the platforms from television ads, digital billboards to social media. Digital marketing communication is not limited to the internet only. Internet marketing, as the name suggests, refers to any marketing activity that requires internet to connect with the audience. It is a subset of digital marketing. The whole focus of internet marketing is to build online presence for the product or service being marketed. With the advent of internet, this mode of marketing becomes critical for companies to connect, engage, and retain its customers. Rise of digital marketing is accelerated by the increase in smartphone and internet usage. People nowadays prefer talking and meeting people online rather than in person. Due to this shift in human nature and psychology, our ever-innovative marketers came up with newer ways to connect with people, and that is online, over the web, or internet. The advantages of digital marketing. Number 1, universal reach. Allows all marketers, whether small or large, to reach new markets and carry out their business globally. Number 2, cost effectiveness. Digital marketing provides a more targeted and lower cost option of reaching the right customer. Number 3, results are easier to measure and track. With the help of various sophisticated web analytics tools, companies can measure the effectiveness of their websites and promotional campaigns. Number 4, high level of customization. High level of customization and personalization by making use of the customer database, which is usually linked with the company's website, is taking place. This database helps the company to profile their customers more effectively and position their offerings to well-identified segments. And number 5, improved conversion rates. Presence of a website makes the whole process of purchase very easy and simple. It requires lesser efforts on the part of consumer as compared to the traditional methods of shopping. An overview of some digital marketing strategies. Number 1, email marketing. Engaging the consumers by sending the promotional content and advertisement through emails is termed as email marketing. Businesses usually maintain email directories for email marketing. It provides information and spreads awareness about the offerings, that is, product or service of the organization. It is the most subtle way to initiate conversation with your prospects. Number 2, search engine optimization. Search engine optimization, in short known as SEO, is the process or procedure to make the content of our website efficient with respect to the keywords that are entered by the users in the form of search queries in search engine. Keywords are at the heart of SEO. Keywords vary with niche you are operating in. Based on the ethical practices, SEO can be performed in 3 different ways, namely white hat SEO, grey hat SEO, and lastly black hat SEO. SEO is majorly responsible for getting our website or a web page ranked on top of search engine result page, that is SERP. Number 3, social media marketing. The term seems quite self-explanatory as it includes social media in it. No doubt this area of digital marketing is gaining a lot of attention and popularity as most of the youth and college-going population is using social media platforms heavily. and therefore this is the most favorite and liked media channel by people because they are in touch with this tool. Social media marketing refers to connecting with people, sharing or exchanging information, promoting our offerings, and creating awareness about our existence over the social media platforms. Most used social media platforms are Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter, Quora, and so on. The list is quite long and unending. Therefore, organizations use these platforms the most to stay in touch with the people, as more than half the entire population of Earth is online right now while you are reading this. Number 4, Facebook ad. Facebook has a vast user base. It does not only provide platform for people to connect, but also aids organizations to promote their offerings. It provides advertisement services as well, and advertising on Facebook is the most economical of all the options available. And it's not only economical but also the effective and efficient one, the one that fetches you good results. Facebook helps companies or businesses to find themselves, their customers or audience. Number 5, Google Ad. This is the advertising service offered by Google. On an average, Google receives more than 3.5 billion search queries on a daily basis. Of course, they are all of different niche. Google offers different formats of ads like search ads, display ads, and video ads. Number 6, Web Analytics. Just running an ad campaign or a website is not enough. One must be well aware of the performance of its website and ads. And therefore, to help businesses measure their performance, analytics tool is provided to them by the platform owner. For example, to track and check the performance of your ad campaigns over Google, Google provides Google Analytics. Similarly, how your ads are doing on Facebook can be tracked via stats provided by Facebook Ad Manager. Analytics gives us a fair and clear picture about whether our efforts, time, and money are gelling up well and heading in the right direction or not. And therefore, web analytics is one of the major areas of digital marketing that is to be taken care of. And number 7, search engine marketing. Search engine marketing promotes websites' visibility in the search result of the search engine. It is of two types. Firstly, paid advertising, and secondly, the free service. We have already learned about search engine optimization. There are different forms of paid advertising solutions that come under search engine optimization. Now let's try to understand the paid forms. That include number 1, pay per click or PPC, where the advertiser only has to pay when his or her ad is clicked upon by the user. Number 2, cost per thousand impression or CPM. In this, advertiser is charged on the basis of number of times the ads is shown for the concerned query. And number 3, cost per acquisition or cost per customer. It analyzes the cost incurred for acquiring a single customer.
We were listening to the audiobook by the School of Management Studies IGNOU for MBA program, course code Mmpc 006, Marketing Management. Course Coordinator Professor T.B. Vijay Kumar, School of Management Studies IGNOU. Voiceover by Harpreet Kaur. Edited by Savita. Program assisted by Tarannum Jahan and Jagbandhu Jana. Program produced by Dr. Manoj Kumar Singh. This program was brought to you by Electronic Media Production Center of Indira Gandhi National Open University.